All right, Jessi, let's dive into it. Today we are going to be talking about fitness. I wanted to dive into this because I have the fitness woman with me that I live with daily who knows so much about working out, so much about health and diet. You went to school for it. I mean, you learned all about it and you're your physical education teacher.
Yeah, there's so much more I wanna know, and everything's changing all the time. It's so hard to know exactly what to do.
It is like that, but that they make it like that. It's always something new every year they come up because they always gotta be coming up with something new, otherwise they can't sell anything,
Mhm.
or a new idea, a new thought, a new way, and it cycles. A lot of things just recycle and comes back, and a different way of looking at it. But I would say there is new stuff that's being discovered. What would you say?
Yeah, here and there, yeah. Yeah, you've been working out a lot. What brought that about?
What made me start doing that? I think it was doing the podcast in the morning. A lot of times I was getting up early anyways, and instead of just kind of waking up early to try to put things together, I thought I might as well try to go work out and kind of get my thoughts together and all that and kind of get in a state of mind as opposed to just maybe wasting that time, because sometimes I would get like paralysis by analysis by just trying to
Mhm.
think I got to get everything perfect here, as opposed to just maybe getting the blood flowing, getting moving a little bit, and just going and working out. That's may help me. I think that's why I originally wanted to get back into working out.
Do you actually does it help to think about stuff to do there, or are you just thinking about working out?
When I'm there, I mean, I do have to take a little bit of time to really concentrate on what I'm thinking about, like for what I'm going to discuss, what kind of in the news I'm going to look into, and like the topic to go over. But sometimes you want to zone out and just working out. It's a way to kind of just get away from everything. So it does take almost a concentrated effort to start thinking about a specific issue. I have to, like, when I'm in the middle of it, I'm like, okay, now I need to really, what am I going to talk about? And I do have something I write with, and
Yeah.
different notes I want to put down. And
Oh, nice. So people think you're writing down your reps and sets, but you're writing down podcast ideas.
for the most part, I originally when because I always like to have a notebook that I'm using when I'm working out. Anyways, I originally started doing it with to write my workout ahead of time.
Mhm.
And then so I loved checking something off and having
Yes.
something like and seeing how many reps of each thing I'm going to do. And because whenever you go into the gym, and I know, like, I'm probably talking more than I should, because you're the expert here.
Mm.
I know, for me, I need to have almost a game plan going into the gym. Like,
Mm.
it seems like otherwise I get there and you're like, where do I go next? And just kind of figuring it out. And but it really, like, lately, when I'm going there, I don't have I'm gonna hit this, and this. I know pretty much the muscles I'm gonna hit, and I've just seen what's open and kind of
Mhm.
just all that.
Is it busy there?
And in the morning, it's not really too
You get there
busy.
about 5, right?
Yeah.
There's like a I was never there at 5, but it sounds like there's like a crew, like, of,
Yeah, they're my
the
people.
classes, there's a 5, and
Yeah.
there's
I'd say they're my people because they're people that don't talk. They're people that just
nice.
do their thing.
Well, probably
They
'cause, yeah, they don't have time. If they're there that early, they're going to work probably,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they need to just get it done and get out.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, if there is anybody there that I like, I wanna talk with people, but
You do? You wouldn't mind talking to people?
no, because I'm not wearing headphones or anything. I'm just, raw dogging it and just, just doing my thing. But it does seem like today there was not hardly anybody there, and I thought maybe Friday, just people took it off, like it was more of a opening day was yesterday
Yeah.
with I heard Kauffman Stadium was just packed
Mm.
with the Royal Stadium, the game that happened. So maybe people were just
Did
kind
they
of
win?
no, they lost, but it went into extras, and
Okay.
I didn't realize that. I would not watch the game, but I got my Royals on. I'm ready.
Nice.
I don't follow them as much as I should throughout the season. I need to. I'm usually just like who won kind of thing. I'm until it gets like closer to playoffs. I usually kind of just it's in the background for me. But
Mhm.
I know some people they're living and breathing it.
Yeah.
But with the gym, Jessi, let's maybe start it off here. Somebody is this is not even on their mind, but they know that they should be doing something. What do they do? How do they get started? What's a good starting point?
Like someone who just wants to get in shape?
Yeah.
I mean, that's most of the people that I worked with, at the Y, they've never stepped foot in a gym before, and it's a kind of a scary thing maybe to start doing that. So, I mean, there's like coaches that we have to like show you like the general machines, to just get in and get started, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes, they'd pay for, a trainer to actually go in depth in your goals and what do you want to do and
Mm-hmm.
how long you want to take to get there and stuff. So that was always fun. I missed that part of it because I'm not really doing it all that much now because I'm
Actually just
teaching,
getting someone acquainted with the machines,
training someone.
the training part of it.
Yeah, which I loved it so much. But at school with the junior high kids, we have weight room, and it kills me because they hate it so much. Most of them just hate going out there, and I don't get it. I mean, I guess if I was in 7th grade, I wouldn't want to either. But I'm like, I know.
Bonnie's in here and she said she loves going to the weight room. Bonnie's different. She's 10 years old and she likes to just go out and run already. She loves to do laps around the yard and all that and running around and just getting in shape. You're like almost trying to get ready for track and everything. Like, if you want to talk, you can turn on your mic. Remember how we did that? But if you do want to talk, Bonnie. But
I keep telling the kids, like my school kids, like people pay money to have a trainer teach them how to do this stuff, and you're learning it now. And this is something that is going to carry you on later. You're not going to hopefully not feel intimidated in the gym. And we just don't, we have like squat racks and benches, like the very, very primitive stuff in there, and if they ever go to a gym later in life, they have all these nice equipment, they'll have a clue. But yeah, but they don't, they hate it. A couple of them, they're all about it, and they are making huge gains in there, and they're getting ready for football or just being fit, and they're taking advantage of it, and it's amazing, and they're like repping their max what we did, earlier. And I'm even trying to take advantage of that time just being in there instead of just walking around. I'm actually working out myself, Yeah, and it feels so good when you get done. Like that's the thing. I always tell people, like my clients or my kids, think about how you're gonna feel when you get done, And they're like, "We just feel tired." No, you don't. You have all that the blood flow is gonna be carrying you through school, like the school day, and it's gonna help you. I mean,
I can understand doing it like you should be doing, but maybe not heavy. Maybe just stay away from heavy.
but what's heavy? Everybody, no matter what level you are, whenever you're doing your sets and your reps, by the end of your set, you want to be tired. You want to be fatigued. Otherwise, you're not doing anything. I mean, weightlifting is really good for bone density, especially like for older people too. The muscle pulling on the bone, it stimulates bone growth. So you definitely want to do weightlifting, and the muscle that you gain, and just to maintain itself, it has to have calories. And so, just sitting and sleeping, you are burning calories if you have muscle mass. If you never work out, you have a little bit of muscle. So it's burning just to maintain itself. It's burning some calories. If you lift weights and they get, stronger and denser, leaner, whatever, then they're going to burn more calories. So if you weightlift at no matter what stage, you can burn more calories just sitting and sleeping all the time. Yeah, it's a passive burn if you have lean muscle mass.
Are these people that want to just get buff, ripped, or they just want to get healthy?
There's such a wide variety. A lot of them, it's just I want to lose weight. I want to be able to get on the floor with my grandkids. I want to be able to walk up my front steps. And we just worked on a lot of step height type stuff. And she's like, "Look at me. I can walk up my steps and it doesn't hurt and I'm strong and I can, So it's just depends on what they want to do."
Let's say you are serious and you want to have a ripped body, you want to be shredded for the summer. How do you get there?
Okay, working out is king. Nutrition is queen. You have to work out. You're going to get muscle. But then, and that's going to, like burn the fat or burn the calories all the time. But you can't outwork a bad diet. Okay. So I would say if God made it, eat it. A lot of us just eat processed crap that we don't even think about. It's absolutely terrible for us. The breading on your chicken strips, the pop, there's nothing at all good with pop. I mean, it bogs down all these seed oils and processed stuff. What's good is like coconut oil, olive oil. Like a no-no is canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil. So, I mean, but if you stand outside the grocery store, fruits and vegetables, natural, and it's in its own, nothing has been touched by a factory. You're going to be fine. Meats, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fats. The thing is, like working out shouldn't be like a chore. Like you should just, when I tell people before, like I used to teach you the why, my class is like, just, you should be proud of yourself for even getting here, because it's kind of hard to start, but think about how you're going to feel at the end, and just, push through. And hopefully it's a little bit enjoyable. I think I only just had one that was really hardcore and like lifting really heavy. Cause like a lot of the people, they've never done it before. And really, I'm just kind of bringing them along. They're kind of scared to lift heavy. They're just, maybe not scared, but they just don't know how much they can really do. Like they're like, oh, this is heavy, I'm just going to stay with this. But I think they surprise themselves at how much they could do. And like I think we'd max a little bit, like on like a leg press or something, really, and they would be like, oh my gosh, I lift that much. Cause like day to day, you really don't try to really push yourself unless maybe someone's there pushing you. And a lot of it, they just don't want to hurt themselves. Like I mean, a lot of them are like older and just never been in the gym before. They just needed like a little help. You definitely, like, you have to listen to your body. I even tell the kids at school that, like, oh, I'm sore from track. Okay, listen to your body. I'm not going to tell you to lift a whole bunch of weight, but maybe do some body weight stuff to get some blood flow to your sore muscles. That's going to help them recover quicker. You have to listen to your body. Like muscle fatigue is one thing. Yeah. Like push through that a little bit, because that's how your muscles adapt. I'm being challenged. I better get stronger the next time she does that. But yeah, if there's something that hurts, there's no pain, no gain thing is stupid. If it's muscle fatigue, that's different. Push through that a little bit, Usually in life, we want to like find the easiest route possible and just make it as easy as possible. Working out is the opposite. You want to try to make it as hard as you can. Like, oh, I'm going to go all the way and lock my elbow so I get a break. No, you want to be time under tension. Like you want to make it hard on yourself as long as you can. And so it's the opposite. Don't try to make it easy on yourself because your muscles need to be challenged. Otherwise they won't get stronger. I always tell people, if you did your 10 reps and you felt nothing, then you did nothing. You have to be tired. You have to be maybe not completely burn out after everyone, but you need to not want to do anymore with the last rep. And if you don't want to do 55 reps, a little bit higher weight, and then do your 8 to 12 or whatever. Yeah, but rewind to like the form part, like back to the kids, like even like as young as 9 at the Y, they can go through, the orientation to lift the weights, but we would just tell them like form's the most important thing. You don't need to kill yourself. You just make sure they do it right, So that's why kids just kill me. Even at school, they're just, I just constantly correcting their form. Like, and they're in a squat, their knees are going over their toes. They don't want to stick their butt out. I'm like, well, that's what you're supposed to do when you do a squat, or I don't know, they're not going down low enough or whatever. Yeah, I mean, like you could not lift a weight and you could lose weight. But what do you want to do? Do you want to just lose weight, or do you want to get toned, like nice and toned and slim down too? And the weights will help you, slim down quicker. Well, it depends on what you want to do. Like aerobics is good too. You want your heart that's for your heart and your lungs. When you're out of breath and your heart's beating fast, that's a good thing. That's good for your heart. It's good for your lungs. Yeah. And you are burning calories there. And like if you do like a HIIT workout, which is high intensity interval training, like your heart rate goes up and then you bring it down and you go up and down, that has a longer afterburn. So that's really good to do. I mean, you can just do a HIIT class, or if you're on a treadmill, you're going to run for like, I don't know, you decide the interval. I'm going to run. I can only do 10 seconds of really high running, then bring it back down, and I can walk for 30 seconds. Some of them are called HIIT, or they just do intervals. Like I did a bunch of those. Like the intervals is, okay, we're going to do burpees for 30 seconds. It's like a push up and then you jump up. Stomach on the ground, push up, and then jump up. Or let's just say, okay, jumping jacks. We're going to do really quick jumping jacks for 20 seconds.
High intensity workout.
High intensity and then intervals. So you can't go a 30, 45 minute class, high intensity. You can't do that. But you can do 30 seconds at a time of high intensity, then you bring it back down. You catch your breath, you recover, and then you do it again. So that's really good. So like 2 times a week, they say to do a hit. And that doesn't have to be in a class. It could be like cycling for 30 seconds, then relax for a minute. Or not relax, but like slowly. Yeah. And I don't know how long it goes. It does go longer than like just a steady state, you know. But then that's good for your heart and your lungs. You get a little bit of afterburn. And then, but the weights, you constantly have the burn all the time, sitting, sleeping all the time. So you want to have a little bit of both. And that's the thing. There's no one thing you have to do. Kettlebells are the thing, or the whatever you got to do. Squat. Just get moving. That's the main thing. Like our bodies are not meant to sit at jobs and all the time. We're meant to move and work and jump and play. And there's just way too much sitting and way too much eating of the junk. So sugar is a big thing. It's just it's in everything. And it tastes good, and the companies know that, and they put it in everything. In the presence of, so if you eat sugar, your insulin, your blood sugar is coming up here, your insulin is released to bring it back down. And in the presence of insulin, you cannot burn fat. It is impossible. So you want to keep your blood glucose down by not eating very much sugar. So there's not very much insulin being released to bring it back down. That's why like the keto diet is so effective. You don't eat sugar. It's meats. There's no carbs at all. Carbohydrates is sugar and pasta. Right away, I felt I lost because the carbs hangs onto water, and so when you lose the carbs, the water goes with it. So there's an immediate, which was awesome. But then after that, I thought I would lose more, but I didn't. I mean, it doesn't mean your body wants to burn glucose or carbs first. But if it doesn't have it, carbs, it's going to burn the fat. So once you burn up your carbs, then you're burning the fat that's already on your body. So if you eat carbs like chips, pasta, your body's going to burn the carbohydrates first as opposed to fat. Yeah. I mean, but like, things, could change again, But like, as far as like athletes and stuff, they say like, they need carbs. They need like, healthy carbs, like whole grains, I guess. I mean, vegetables and fruits are carbs too, but the fiber in it makes the sugar content, brings it down.
But I mean, you say God made it, eat it.
Yeah. That's where I always start with people. Yeah. So if there's not a Pop-Tart tree or a muffin bush or something, just try to stay away from like just processed things that factories have had their hands in. They'll just take God's creation, they'll strip the fiber, they'll strip the good stuff out of it, and they put sugar and, these rancid seed oils, and they feed it to us, and we're getting fat. Have you seen pictures of 1950 and when like all the food that they ate? It looked like bad food, but it didn't have all the bad stuff in it that we put in it now. We are obese as a country now, and it's the food that we're eating. But I mean, I guess people have free will. If you want to, raise your blood sugar, raise your blood sugar. But I mean, there's certain things like the dyes and stuff that it's terrible. I don't care. I just care about like what it does to kids especially. It just makes them just go crazy. Like some kids like they cannot have red 40 or red popsicle or red sucker. They're hyper. I don't know exactly, but the dyes are not good, and there's no reason to have them. That's why I like Aldi's. They have like the fruit snacks they like and stuff. It's like it's dyed with carrot juice or something. I don't know, and it doesn't taste any different than anything else. Yeah.
Jessi, so what is your advice for somebody that wants to, like, before this summer hits, how do they get ripped? What do they do? Where do they start?
I would say feel good first, because if you're doing it and you're just checking the scale every day and it's not saying what you want to say, I'd say forget the scale. Just kind of feel how your clothes are feeling, how you're feeling. I'd say don't drink your calories, drink water. Get moving somehow. If it's just parking farther away, if it's taking the stairs, or I'd say do your housework in a inefficient manner instead of taking, 3 things into this room upstairs. You take one at a time or something, or or do a YouTube with some cans, work out with some cans or something. It doesn't have to be insane. Join at the gym if you want to, but you don't have to spend money. Just get moving. Go, you guys, go play basketball outside, or just, we have a little trampoline. Sometimes we just jump on that or something, or walking is the best thing for everybody. I walk so much. Just walk with a friend and talk, on your breaks, or just get moving, just get up and move. But, try to maybe experiment with some weights to get some muscle mass, and then just stay away from those middle aisles in the grocery store. Just stick with the outside, meats, vegetables, and fruits, a little bit of whole grains. Oh, yeah, that's just body weight stuff, yeah. And by push-ups, it doesn't have to be, I had them, you can do it on the wall. You standing up, back of your feet away from the wall a little bit, do them on the wall. And then you can go down, put your hands on the couch, and then you can put your knees on the ground. Like, there's so many different levels you can do. Yeah, that's true. You do have to have a why, why are you doing it? Hopefully it's for your sake, not, oh, I hope this person will like me better if I'm whatever. Yeah, it has to be for you, and your body is a temple. You want to take care of your body. You only get one. Makes me want to train more people. And it's also actually really good for your mental health too. Yeah. I remember somebody I know, she, in the middle of the night, she would get up, and she was really depressed, in high school, and in the middle of the night, she'd get up and she'd go work out, a workout tape or something, just because just to feel a little bit of endorphins, just to make her feel better. It's big stress reliever. So instead of reaching for the cupcake when you're stressed out, the kids, go for a walk. If you live in the country like we do, that's the best thing, is just to get outside. Plus, get your vitamin D. You need vitamin D for so many things, processes in your body. Get outside and get some vitamin D and move around.
A lot of times I end up somehow getting.
You do. So you have to hit, you and everyone out there, start slow, because you just start sprinting. You don't warm up. You walk first. You got to get the blood flow. It's like a rubber band in the fridge is your muscles. Do you take out the rubber band and pull it really quick? It's going to snap. You have to warm up first. That means you're walking to get the blood flow, and then maybe some jogging or elliptical or whatever. Okay, just kind of get a little tiny bit sweaty, a little warm. And then you can do some light stretching, but you don't want to stretch long and hard before you lift weights. You want to do your long, hard stretching after everything is done. Yes.
I try to use walking and then start jogging.
Yeah, build up to it, but no, you didn't do that last time. You just started sprinting. Just don't push it right away. You got to build up to it.